now listening to Mondays with Mike Martinez.
Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of Mondays with Mike. I got my guy Daniel here. Just met him for the first time. He's coming all the way out of Yuma, originally from San Diego. We're gonna do something a little bit different. He shared his revenue with me and his team size. He has a tile and design company out in Yuma, Arizona. So we're gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna pretend that I'm in his shoes starting off a company just a couple years old, all right? So Daniel, let's talk a little bit about where you're originally from and how did you grow up?
Absolutely. So my name is Daniel BECERRA, also known as Your Tile Design Guy on social media. And I originally grew up in San Diego and moved up north in my younger teenage years to the Inland Empire, Lake Elsinore, Moreno Valley. And my upbringing was really just more so gang lifestyle. And during that phase, I eventually transitioned over into the civilian side where I decided to kind of switch it up and really put it into motion for a bigger purpose, a bigger picture for my family in the family tree.
How old are you?
I am 34.
34. You mentioned you moved to Arizona. How long ago did that happen?
That was in 2022.
Okay.
Yep.
So just recently.
Correct.
And then you started this tile company?
Yeah, so I started the tile company from ground up in Yuma. I have a long history in the tile game due to my father. So I've been shadowing my dad since I was 10 years old in the tile game. So me and him actually ran another business in San Diego from 2018 to 2022, which is called South Suns Tile. And then I moved out to Yuma, and then from there I started my company.
Does he still have his tile company?
He does, yes.
I always ask this question when it's when you're second generation
100%.
Industry. Why don't you work with dad?
So I did work with my dad, and we were 50-50 partners. But I had to make a personal decision to move my family into a house. So I had the ability to gather enough money to get out of a trailer. I was in a trailer for about 5 years, and I stacked up my money, did what I had to do, and put my family in a better home. And so Yuma was calling our name just because at the time, pricing of homes was just ideal for us. And so I moved out there, just freestyled it. And
you're one of the guys that ran from us out in Cali, huh?
All right, I had to do what I had to do, bro.
I get it.
But don't get it twisted, bro.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. So
yes, sir.
All right, cool. I just wanted to get an understanding of how you ended up in Yuma, your experience in the tile business, you know, how you ended up where you're at. So I want everybody to know that your revenue last year was $250,000, roughly. Okay.
Correct.
Before that, it was about 120.
Correct.
Okay.
Independent owner operator.
Okay. Congratulations.
Appreciate you.
Okay. You need to hear that. Congratulations, because that's big. That's big. That's impressive. Before that, when you started in 2022, do you remember your revenue when you first started? In what month you started?
I started in April of 2022.
Do you know how much money you made?
That month?
That year?
That year? Well, that was about 130 for 2022 to 2023.
Okay. So then did you make, then that's 2024, you did 250. 2023, you did about 120.
Correct.
So that was between all 2023 and since when you started?
Correct.
Okay, got it. Got it. All right. So just so that everybody understands that's watching, you want to know how to get to $1 million as fast as possible. That's always the target of any entrepreneur that's just starting off. Can I make my first gross $1 million? And just so everybody understands, it's different than net. Gross and net are two different things. Business 101, right?
100%.
So if you're grossing $1 million, you should be netting no less than 25%. The company should be making $250,000, and that's after paying you. If you're working in the business, you're an employee. We talked a little bit offline about everybody should be generating $250,000 of revenue on average. That's based off of business rules, Brandon Dawson and Cardone Ventures rules. So today I come to you guys as a 10X business coach and business advisor on how I would get to $1 million as quickly as possible. I'm also going to share with you guys what I shared with Daniel in my office a minute ago, that I'm potentially going to launch my own home remodeling and construction company. And I shared with him the strategy, how we're going to start it off. Shout out to my guy, Eric, who I'm going to partner with. And this is how I would do it. All right. cold calling, telemarketing is my superpower. That's kind of our superpower. And I know a lot of people in home services, they don't know shit about it. So I'm here to educate you guys on it. Daniel, before I jump into cold calling and giving my strategy, can you talk about what you've done for marketing to get you from 125 to 250,000?
100%. So the way I started, I moved out to Yuma, Arizona, didn't know anyone. And I started off with simply doing my personal kitchen backsplash. And so with that, I started broadcasting my videos and photos on social media. And my first job I landed in Yuma was through a Facebook post. And I landed a kitchen backsplash. That was my first job ever that I landed there. And then since then, I just knew the power of social media. So I just really started documenting the journey and showcasing the type of work that we can do. So it started off with social media, then it's correlated over into my Google business page, getting reviews through my Google business page, getting client testimonials and uploading them to YouTube.
Before and afters?
Before and afters, and to now running up some some e-boards on the billboards. Just kind of planting my flag in Yuma just for brand credibility, and just to kind of push it in their face. And also word of mouth has been super huge just because it's such a small town. That word goes a long way, and I'm sure that goes throughout any big city as well. But that's kind of what I've been doing in a nutshell.
You're doing all the right things. I'll tell you that. Are you boosting your social media posts?
Yes.
Are you running actual ads?
Yes.
Not boosting, but actual running ads through the back end?
Yes.
On social media?
Yep. Perfect.
Okay. So do you feel like you're not moving fast enough?
I mean, boots are on the ground every single day. We're in motion. This is the in-between, the process, right? The dirty work. I would like to move faster in the sense of just more so like lead retention so we can scale a lot faster. Mm-hmm. So to answer your question, yeah.
You feel like you're moving kind of slow on the sales and marketing side?
100%. Okay. There can be times where it's just kind of ups and downs. And so that's where I just put on the marketing hat and I just start promoting and running content and things like that just to kind of attract more leads.
This is where it's going to get interesting, okay? So let's examine what he said. Referrals, everybody that's in the home services, all the especially contractors, it's like, I'm referral only, bro. Like, I don't even do marketing. And if they do, then maybe they do some social media, cool. But you've already seen how it has its limits. Mm-hmm. It has its limits because there's only so much that Meta can do. There's only so many amount of people that are talking about getting their tile done or whatever, right? There's only a certain amount of people that they can run ads to for a certain point. So what we focus on is, it sounds so simple, and it is, but people just don't think of it. Setting your target, okay? So this is how you would set your target. It's you and 3 other people right now, right? On
Correct.
Your team. Do you have anybody else, absolutely anybody else on your team besides you and 3 others?
It's just me and 3 others, correct.
That get paid from your business?
My apologies, me and 2 others, correct.
Okay, so it's 3 of you total?
Correct.
Okay, so your target has to be 750,000. But let's set it at $1 million mm-hmm. with the knowledge that you may need to bring somebody else on pretty fast. Okay, so we're in agreement.
Correct.
So now we work our way backwards. We might as well set our target to $100,000 of sales per month. That'll set our target at 1.2 million for the year. Okay. And right now it's perfect time because it's the beginning of the year. So it's going to be one of those situations where it's like, ready, set, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. So 1.2 million, knowing that you're going to have to bring in at least maybe 1 or 2 more people, mm-hmm. like quick in the next month or 2. All right. So how do you get $100,000 of sales? I learned this from Grant. I learned this from Brandon. Okay. And I've actually learned it from a lot of entrepreneurs, high level entrepreneurs. Sell this shit before you even have the product. Mm. Okay. So I'm going to share how I'm going to do it, and I'm going to share how I think you should be doing it.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a list of homeowners. We can do that for you. Dataskip.io, our company can do that for you. This is a new service that we're offering our clients. We can pull the list of homeowners for you in Yuma and surrounding cities. Okay. We're going to skip trace it through Dataskip. We're going to get all the phone numbers, and then I'm going to get you a couple of telemarketers, cold callers. And they're going to call and they're going to set up appointments. This is what the pitch is going to sound like. Hey, John, this is Mike calling from Yuma Tile and Design. We're working on one of your neighbor's houses, 123 baseball lane. We're creating a beautiful, new shower. We're a tile company. We also do tile flooring. We do all sorts of tile. Do you have any tile work that you're considering here in the next couple of months? If you are, we can come out, give you a bid. Yep. It's good for a year. You can even come to our showroom. We're located here. Do you have any work you want to do? I've been considering it, or no, not interested. Don't worry about it. They're going to get called next week anyways. You know what I mean? But let's say they are interested. This is where you train them on sales, on how you want your company to come off on a homeowner. Because it's your name, it's your branding, your city. So this person that's overseas, that's highly trained as a sales expert, because they train on Cardone University every morning getting sales training, okay? They're going to know how to approach it. They're going to look at your calendar and they're going to schedule you. Yeah, I'm going to have the owner come out in the next couple of days, and I'll put you on his calendar for 5 o'clock on Tuesday, and he's going to give you the best price. We're probably not the cheapest in town, but we are the best quality. We're the biggest bang for the buck. Cool. So they're setting up your calendar. Your job is to master sales and to go in and just get commitments, contracts. What's your average job size? So how much do you charge on average?
Yeah, so an average ticket size, which I mentioned earlier to you, our high ticket sell item is shower remodels. That's what we specialize in. Okay. Something of that size is going to be probably between $6,500 to $8,500.
Okay, perfect. So now we reverse engineer, okay? So you're going to need about, roughly, I'm just kind of guesstimating because I'm not an expert mathematician, but we're saying you need about 12 jobs a month. Are we in agreement?
Yeah.
Okay. So 12 jobs a month, that's 3 jobs a week. Okay. That's going to keep you busy. 3 jobs a week. How many are you doing a week right now?
We're doing about 1 to 2 a week at max.
So you need,
based on my army on the field, correct?
Able to do. So that's why I'm saying that you're going to have to bring in somebody else, because sales and marketing is no longer going to be your problem.
Yep.
Fulfillment's going to be your problem. So you have to be ready to bring in 1 or 2 other people so that you can handle at least 4 jobs a week, because you're going to be out there signing up 4 jobs a week.
100%.
That's how it's going to look. And you're going to set a target. Your target is to sell 4 jobs a week with an average of $7,500 per job. Your job as the CEO right now, which is more of a sales EO, right? Salesman CEO, is you have to get those deals. 4 deals is your target. $7,500 is your average, and that's weekly. If you're able to do that every single week, bro, you'll hit $1 million. You already know. You already did the fucking math.
Correct.
You set the target. So then now what you do is you push your teams, your telemarketers, your cold callers, you push them to schedule you those appointments. Then you start looking at the conversions. How many appointments do I need to go on throughout the day to be able to get 4 commitments a week? Maybe it's 4 a day, right? Do you know your conversions right now? Like how many appointments to how many contracts?
Our converting? Not off the top of my head, but I would say probably out of 10, let's say 10 projects that I go and walk to get contracted, I'm going to say we're going to at least hit probably 6 of them out of 10.
So you're at about 60%. Okay. So if you need, see, this is how easy it is, bro. So if you need 4 contracts a week, then what you're telling me is that you probably need about 8 appointments. Yeah. That's easy.
Up it.
That's basically 2 a day, Monday through Thursday, taking Friday off. Like, if you want to work Friday too, 2 or 3, even 3 a day, you set your targets and you let your telemarketer know. Your target is 3 appointments for me a day, Monday through Friday.
Gotcha.
If you're able to pull that off, you're going to get a $50 bonus at the end of the week because you filled up my calendar, 3 appointments per day, 5 days a week. This is exactly how I'm going to build my remodeling company. I'm going to call everywhere in Rancho Cucamonga. Everyone, if you guys live in Rancho, you're going to get a call from us. And we're going to offer you to remodel your house.
100%.
Kitchens, bathrooms, flooring, whatever. We're going to build it exactly the same way. But my target's $3 million my first 12 months.
Okay.
And we're going to build out those teams. So you can go as aggressive as you want.
Absolutely.
But if you want to make sure that you have your process dialed in,
correct,
and that nothing breaks because you don't want to risk it, then set it at $1 million. Then next year, set it at $3 million. Then the following year, depending on how advanced you are, set it to 8 million. Then you set it to, 16 million, whatever and then you're going to have to expand. Yuma's not going to be able to hold you.
Correct.
So you might have to rebrand yourself and call it Arizona Talent Design.
Following you on that, 100%, 100%.
You had already thought about that, huh?
Yeah.
Yuma can't handle it.
I was just talking.
You're too much, bro.
Yeah, I was just talking to my brother about that, bro. And that's the game plan. So, yeah, that's the thing is like, first and foremost, it's, as you mentioned, marketing and sales. And that's target. And so that's kind of what's the burden right now. And then after that, correct me if I'm wrong, we glide into systems and processes so the ship doesn't crash.
Well, you do that along the way.
Gotcha.
You do that along the way. So right now, I mean, obviously you should have a CRM, which I know you do.
Correct.
Okay. Then you have to have a follow-up process. This is another part that, my contractor that's working on my house, Eric, he's going to be my business partner. He's staying at my house right now that he's demoing. And every night when I get home around 5, 6 o'clock, right after I leave the office, I stop at the gym, I go home and I eat. I text him. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm home. Come over and eat dinner with me so we can talk. After dinner, we're literally talking for an hour, 2 hours. We're drinking tea because he's staying next door. I bought the house next door. So
gotcha.
I live next door. He's staying at my house that he's remodeling next door. So I call him up and I'm like, hey, come over, bro, and let's eat dinner. Let's talk. Let's drink some tea. Cool. I'm explaining to him like my plan. And he goes, you're blowing my fucking mind, bro. I go, so do you want to partner with me or what? He's like, yeah. I'm like, let's roll. Let's go to 3 million.
100%.
Him and his brother owned the company, and he also ran another company with a partner. They capped at $1 million. His brother's been in business like 5 years.
Okay.
If his brother's still doing $1 million for the past 5 years a year, you're actually making less money because of inflation. Like, you cannot be making the same, bro. You have to be growing. If you're not growing, your business is dying. So I told Eric, the problem is that a lot of these people that have these little remodeling companies, they don't know structure. They don't know how important sales are. I go, imagine you go to 10 appointments in a week. You get 3 or 4 of them to sign contract. What about the other 6? Get the guy on your sales team that set the appointment and call him. Follow up. Bug his ass.
Yeah.
If they're contacting the homeowner every freaking day, hey, did you think about it? Hey, did you get other bids? Hey, what's stopping you from moving forward with us? Hey, what's going on? We still want to work with you. Our calendar's filling up, dude. You're going to have to wait till the summer if you don't take action right now. Urgency. Okay? They're going to be like, damn, these guys bug me so much. They'll probably do a damn good job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're good at following up with me. They're probably going to do a good tile. You already showed them your work. You already told them where your showroom is.
Yep.
They already came there. Now they're there, and they catch you there. Hey, what's up, John? You finally decided to commit to getting it done, huh? Good for you. Choose the tile and let's get your deal signed right now. You're the hottest shit in town, bro.
Yeah.
So that's my plan. I think that's a good plan. Do you need social media? Of course you do, because now they met you in person and now they're on Facebook and now like, oh dude, this guy keeps popping up. I got to do business with this guy. Before and after pictures, you're doing all the right things. I commend you.
Appreciate
your social media efforts. I commend you for your Google ads. Like, those are just 2 things that are necessary, bro. It's like having running water in your business. You need to have it.
Yeah.
So the telemarketing is just a secret weapon that not a lot of people know about.
Yeah, that's definitely an additional nutrient to the business that can help us amplify and get to a next level.
I know you watch my podcast and that's how you ran into us
100%.
And that's how you messaged me to be on the show. So have you heard my story about when I used to do telemarketing for a remodeling company when I was 15 years old?
No.
You haven't heard that one? All
No.
right. I'll share it with you really quick.
Let's hear it.
So one of my first jobs was doing telemarketing, cold calling.
Okay.
That was one of my first jobs. I was 15 years old. My daughter was born when I was 15 years old, my first child. I had to work. Mom says, I'm not going to support your kid. I'm not buying diapers. I love you, but I ain't doing it. You need to figure it out. I used to wash cars. I used to do all this hard labor. I'm like, fuck, I ain't doing this.
Yeah.
So I got a job in the penny saver. People don't even know what the penny saver is. I got a job in the penny saver. And I went to apply for a job in an office doing sales. And I'm like, what's this telemarketing? What is this office sales job? They're like, well, you're going to be calling homeowners, offering them windows, texture coating, which is exterior paint, and roofing. I'm like, okay. But this big Armenian dude didn't want to hire me because he's like, you're a stupid Mexican kid with a accent, like Mexican accent. He goes, you're calling Hacienda Heights. Like, I can't have you on the phones. And I'm like, give me a chance. He says, I'm going to give you a chance on one condition. You read a lot of books. He used to sell encyclopedias. He says, you're going to read a lot of books. Anytime you see a word that you don't know, you're going to look it up and you're going to bring me the definition. I'm like, I can do that. I started crushing and setting appointments for the owner.
Jeez.
So here I am, you know, I was 15, bro. I'm about 41 now, 25, 26 years later. And here I am now where I'm getting ready to launch a remodeling company myself using telemarketing. So does it work? Fuck, it's worked for the last 25 years.
100%. Wow.
So that's the story behind cold calling. Anybody watching, if you guys want to hire dataskip.io, send us a message, support@dataskip.io. We'll get you guys set up.
Yeah.
The way I'm going to do it for Daniel. And what do you think, bro? What's your plan? After I've already shared that with you, where would you start?
So based off the information that you've given me, is we're gonna just target marketing and sales, and I would like to implement the DataSkip.io so we can bring in some more leads. Because right now what we've been doing is we got a wide range, right? We're doing everything as far as word of mouth, referrals, all that. But we know that we fall short in some of those categories. So I think adding an additional nutrient such as DataSkip.io would be ideal. And once we get that going, then we can get the telemarketers to come on the team so we can just start scaling.
And you don't have to just use them for cold calling, bro. Like, they're part of your team.
So yeah, that would be great for follow-ups and invoicing and things of that sort.
Yep, exactly. So I think that you can do $1 million just in Yuma and the 2 surrounding cities. I really think that you can. And I think that should be your target in the next 12 months. Don't get discouraged if you fall short. Okay, you know the game plan.
Yep.
You know the formula. 12 appointments a week. You're converting at 50%. That's 6 contracts. Your average should be 7,500. That's going to push you past 1.2 million. It should.
100%.
It should.
Yep.
If things don't go according to plan, don't get discouraged. Get refocused, get more aggressive.
Yep.
Instead of pushing one telemarketer to get you 12 appointments a week, get one of them to try to push you 20 appointments a week, and then maybe even double up and have them each push 20 appointments a week. You won't be able to handle all those appointments.
Correct.
And once you do your 1 million or your 1.2, once you hit your first target, you're going to start feeling the weight of the plateau. You're going to be like, damn, everybody in town knows us. I have no competition, and I'm barely pushing $1 million a year. Now it's time to expand to Phoenix. Now it's time to play in the big show.
Big leagues, yes, sir.
Yep. And then you got Scottsdale there. You got,
Prescott.
Yeah. So I know you tried to expand to those locations. Did you have trouble?
I haven't. This has been recent, to be quite honest with you. Probably within the last week, I've been reaching out to some custom home builders to target more of the luxury builds, so we can really display the quality of work that we do. And so that was the initiation for that.
You'll get. My thoughts is that you'll get a few deals here and there, but it's not going to be consistent because you haven't built up to that yet.
Correct.
So let's say that this plan works and you do $1 million in Yuma and surrounding cities, and you really put a strong hold on the area, okay? Then you slowly expand into Phoenix next year,
Yep.
okay? It's going to get to the point where you're going to be on your way to doing $3 million, and at that point, you can reach out to go a little faster, and you're going to have the credibility because a lot of these guys are going to be like, yeah, Arizona Tile and Design. You used to be Yuma Tile and Design. Yeah, I heard of you. I know who you are. You're crushing it over here. Yeah, I'll give you our jobs. Come and give me a bid. But you've already built that credibility and that reputation, and you're already expanding into it. So you don't need them anymore. It doesn't matter if they give you. I'm getting like that with my debt collection agency. I have some of the best clients right now that buy debt portfolios from banks and direct sellers, and they place in my office. Now all the other ones are like, hey, can I do business with you? And I'm like, absolutely. Are you going to give me the best portfolio? And are you going to be able to pay my rates? Because I'm really expensive. And they're like, it doesn't even matter if they say yes or no. If they say yes, cool.
Perfect.
I'm your guy. Let's do it. I'm going to crush it for you. If they say no, no hard feelings. You couldn't afford me, bro.
Yeah.
You couldn't give me the quality that I needed, and you couldn't pay my rates. It wasn't a good fit. No hard feelings. That's what's going to happen when you start going to those big builders.
I hear you.
So, all right, bro. Do you have any other questions for me right now in regarding your business that you think that you need help with aside from that?
Yeah, I think for starters, I think that's a good stepping stone to get on and to follow that action plan and see where we can take this business to, because that's the game plan. That's been the game plan since day one. So it's just been boots on the ground. And really, I appreciate you for even just getting me on here. But I just want to show the world, like, we're documenting the journey, the process, the in-between. Obviously, we don't know it all, and that's why we reach out. And, you know, I reached out to your team, and thankfully I'm here, and you're knowledgeable in the space. So you're just really just blessing me with some education here to take this to the next level. So
of course, bro, it's an honor and a pleasure for me to do it.
Yeah.
The first point is getting $1 million of revenue in a year. That's like your first point, because you're proving that there's a market for your product. That's how you prove your product, the concept, and your market. Okay, that's the first breaking point. So Brandon Dawson teaches a lot of stuff I'm teaching you, bro. It's all 10x. It's all Cardone Ventures and 10x, Grant Cardone's teachings. So from the first year, your $1 million, that's the first break point. That's from 0 to 1. The first break point is 1 to 3 million. Okay, the way you go from 1 to 3 million is role duplication. Role duplication is like, okay, now you can't be the only sales guy. You got to teach somebody how to close like you. You can't just have one team or two teams doing the work, doing the installs. Now you need 4 teams. You need to learn how to duplicate what you guys are doing, right? You can't have just one telemarketer now, because now you're all over Arizona.
Yeah.
Now you need a team of 5. How do you duplicate them? That's something you got to learn to go from 1 million to 3 million.
Gotcha.
Okay. Then from 3 million to 8 million is, you know, systems and processes and like all that other stuff, all the bells and whistles. Where you're running a well-oiled machine. You know what I mean? From 8 to 15 million is a whole nother level, bro. Now you need leadership in your company. You need to have a team of leaders that you can rely on, that know how to think, act, talk, and walk like you, that you've polished and that you've developed, you know, from the ground up, where these guys are monsters. Yeah. You know? And then 15 million to 25 million is where I'm stuck at. Gotcha. So I'm still learning. I'm still learning, but we're gonna go to 30 million. So I'm gonna break through that this year. Beautiful. So and mine is automation. That's really when between 25 million to 15 million to 25 million, the break point where I'm stuck at, that I'm gonna cross through. My key is automation, how to connect all my systems and everything to just move faster. Got it. Technology and all that. So, dude, I'm excited for you, bro. Yeah. I wish you luck. I'm here. If you ever need anything, just message me. If you're 100%. Ever stuck anywhere, you know, you invested the time and the money and the energy to come all the way out from Yuma, to spend some time and to learn a couple things. So I'll invest that back into you. If you need me, just message me and I'll do my best to answer your questions. And let's check back in with you in a year, bro. Yeah, let's do it. I appreciate you. Appreciate the time. And thank you guys for having me. And again, we're just documenting the journey in real time. So where can they follow you? Where can they find you if they want to do business with you, if they want to connect with you? Tell them where they can find you. Yeah, so the name of my company is Yuma Tile and Design. You guys can find us on Google. And we also go by the personal branding of Your Tile Design Guy on social media. So YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, any social media platform is where they can find us. Awesome, bro. Hey, well, it's been a pleasure. You guys, listen, if you like this type of style, I don't do this often. It's rare when somebody actually needs help with intense coaching like that and building out a plan of attack, a blueprint of what I would do. And I'm about to do it. So if you guys like this, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you like. I'll see you guys next time, Mondays with Mike. Let's get it. Let's go. Cool. Jeez. All right. Good stuff, bro.